Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Misty at Skeeter Jones, and you may recall this from my gold plating video. It's the bracelet that I really messed up because I forgot to rinse off the sulfuric acid before the plating stage. So I tried just scrubbing it with baking soda, and that removed the black, whatever that was, but you can still see a lot of the copper underneath. I don't know if it's really coming across on the camera or not, but I am going to try to do a do-over with this one. I'm going to start over with the just the gold plating step, actually, because you can still see a lot of the gold on there. So I'm just going to go directly into gold plating. It was scrubbed with just regular baking soda and water, and then rinsed off and dried. And then also I am going to try gold plating this lapis ring. It is a plated copper. I believe it's just a nickel plated copper, and that's what we're going to find out as I go through the steps of gold plating suspected suspected nickel plated copper. So that's where we'll go with that. So first off, we have to put the nib in there. You may recall, if you haven't seen my last video, go back and look at that one. I'll try to figure out how to link a video. I don't really know how to do that, but I will try to figure out how to do that and then link it to this one. If I'm unsuccessful, just go and look for my other gold plating video, and you'll see a little more detail, I guess, of the steps that I went through. That was my first try at it. And this is my second try, so we'll see if it goes better. You'll see actually what happened. If you didn't see that one, watch that one and you'll see what happened to this. It turned out a really ugly black color because I forgot to do a very important step. But first of all, we are going to plate this with nickel, and that's what this is. It's nickel plating solution. And I did forget to go get the key that I need to change the voltage on the plating tool. Okay, so here I am back. I've forgotten to bring this important little gadget. You have to change the voltage on the, I don't know if you call this a tool or an instrument. I guess I'll call it an instrument. But it has to be at 7.5 volts. Right there, the voltage is adjustable. And you use this little key here to adjust the voltage. And I suppose that's just because the different solutions require different voltages to do what they do. Okay, so first, I'm not putting more nickel on this one because, like I said, you can still see a lot of the 24 karat gold plating still on here, and you don't have to do a preparatory step to plate over gold, which the instructions included that, which I thought was kind of strange because if you already have gold, why would you want to plate over it with more gold? So I don't know. But here we go. You have to clip one, you have to clip the piece of jewelry or whatever it is you're plating to this little alligator clip. And then the other lead wire is plugged into the end of the instrument. And you soak the solution into the nib. And then that is how you put the nickel plating on. And it's not really, there's no sparks or anything. Nothing really exciting happens, except that you get the plating onto the metal. I guess I need to bring it closer to the camera so you can see what's happening. And I don't really know why you have to I'm sure there's a chemistry answer. If any of you watching this know about metallurgy or chemistry and can explain it, I don't really know why there has to be nickel on first before you can do the gold plating, but you do. And then, as we learned last time, it is very important to follow the instructions. So even though I don't know why it needs to be on there, I will follow the instructions and put it on there. And I keep getting way down away from the camera, so I apologize for that. I'm thinking this should go relatively quickly compared to last time, because I've done it before now. Far from seasoned, but I do have some experience now, having done it once before. Should have shown you can kind of see the copper a little bit. Not so much now that I've already gone over it with a bit of nickel, but there it is. The pen is too wide to get down into these really narrow places, so I don't really know what that's going to do as far as the final look of the ring. But we will see. Okay, we're done with that step. And then now I remove, well, first I'm going to unplug. And then remove this nib that has the nickel plating in it. And I have to rinse the end of the pen out before I put a new nib in there. I watched videos of other people who do plating, and they said just get a spray bottle and spray water right into the end of it. So that is what I'm doing. If you are thinking about trying this yourself, I just encourage you to do some research. There are a lot of different brands of gold plating sets that you can get. I ordered the one I did, even though it was from overseas. I ordered it because their website was very informative. Their set seemed to be the easiest for a novice to get started on. And I don't know if this is across the board, but the plating solutions actually are reusable. So you can just pour what you didn't use right back into the bottle. Let me rinse out the little bowl. It's a screw top lid, actually. But it was just sitting there in the package with everything else that came. So I assumed that that's why they included it. So next, the nickel activator is sulfuric acid there. But the all-important step is I have to rinse this off. Okay. And dry it. Now it does say that the plating solutions are reusable. It does not say that these activators are, and it doesn't say whether they are or not really, but I would assume they are not because it's sulfuric acid, but also that you get significantly more of it than you do the solutions, the plating solutions. Okay, and a new nib to go inside the pen, the instrument, if you will. I'm going to check their website actually to see if there are different types of these nibs that you can maybe get with a finer point on them to get into those little cracks. Okay. So the activator needs, you know what? I believe I used the wrong voltage on my nickel. I did. It says 4 volts. 7.5 is for the activator. So I'm going to have to do the plating all over again. Let's go down to 4 volts. That's 4.5. I think that's where I went last time with it. I'm going to leave this port out because I don't want to have to do that again. And I'll put some nickel plating in here. And we'll do that step all over again. Okay. Round 2. I thought it still looked awfully shiny. It looked a little dull the last time around. After the gold plating stage, or the silver, the nickel plating stage. In the first video, it looked a little more dull after that stage than this looks. And that's probably because I was using the wrong voltage this time. So forget what I said about having experience and knowing what I'm doing. I do know, I guess, a little bit more of what I'm doing than I knew last time. And I'm just following that instruction. Again, if you watched the last video, just following that instruction of pulling up the solution and just kind of pushing around the pooled solution. I'm getting all out of frame again. There we go. It's really subtle, so I'm not sure it's picking up on the camera, but there is a difference between how it looks now and how it looked a moment ago when I did it with the wrong voltage. I'm trying to get this done really, really quick before my son walks in the door from his class. Maybe that's why I made that mistake with the voltage, because I was too busy being concerned about being in a hurry. I'll move the clip over. And do that side. Okay. It'll be hard to pour it back into the bottle from this big container. Oh, there it went. Okay, step 1, take 2 is done. just off camera here, I'm spraying water into the end of the instrument so I can do the next step. Okay, now is when it needs to go to the 7.5 volts. There. And here's our sulfuric acid. We are still not ready for the bracelet. And we're going to rinse the ring. Okay, moving right along. I'm hoping this turns out well. The Claddagh ring that I did last time turned out great, although I did not polish it. They included some polish, 2 bottles actually. One type of polish that they include says on the label that it is safe for use on plated items, but the other one says that it will remove gold plate, but there's no instructions for like when you would use that one, so I assume maybe you use that one in case, I don't know, maybe you plate something by mistake. Okay. Now we will put on the activator. There are no instructions for how to get rid of your excess, like leftover activator. So I don't really know if I can pour it down the drain. I don't know if it'll damage my pipes. So I'm not really sure what to do with that. This is going relatively quickly. I'm kind of afraid for the stone. I don't really know what this acid will do to the stone. Hopefully nothing. Doesn't appear to be affecting the stone at all. Okay. For now, this leftover acid, I'm just going to soak it up into this paper towel since there's not much of it. And I'll find out how to properly dispose of that. Time now to rinse the ring. The all-important step that we left out last time on that bracelet. So now the ring is at the point, the ring and the bracelet are at the same point, ready to receive the gold plating. I'm going to rinse this clip also. Hopefully that water is not too loud, because I don't know how to edit that out. Okay. So the voltage for the 24 karat is 6 volts. There's just one click down. Yep. And the last nib right there. I'm going to rinse that one more time. Okay. So now this should be the moment of truth. Almost. I'm going to try the bracelet first to see what happens with it, because I'm really excited about the bracelet. And here's our gold solution. And away we go. I'm excited to see what happens here. Okay. I'm seeing, I think, a little bit of it kind of blackening again. But I know for a fact it has been rinsed clean this time. And it didn't even get any of that activator on it. I cleaned it with baking soda, which is just like the most amazing product there is for cleaning things. Okay, maybe it's not blackening. Maybe that was just, yeah, it is a little bit. I'll read up on that, or maybe even message the manufacturer to see if they can, because they have customer service and a helpline with tips and stuff. That was one of the things that attracted me to buy their kit. This was only, I don't have the exact amount right in front of me, but it was only about a couple $100, which is a lot, but it's actually a lot less than what I thought it would be. I was waiting for eBay sales to reach a certain amount, and then I was going to invest in learning how to gold plate. And so I had a lot more. I had what I thought it would cost saved up and ready to go, and then started doing my research on all the different ones, and found out that I only had to use a small portion of what I had saved up. Okay, so this looks different than it did last time around. Let's see where the clip was holding. There. And then now the lapis ring. Not seeing a whole lot of difference. Maybe I need to read up a little bit more on how to handle copper that already has another plating on it. There are instructions for how to strip chrome off of nickel before plating nickel that has already that's already chrome plated, how to strip the chrome off and then plate the nickel. But I didn't see any instruction for how to plate over copper that has a nickel coating on it already that is worn off. There's not a whole lot happening here. Maybe just, okay, I can see a little bit of change now. I don't know if that's showing up. It's just a small amount of change I can see. I might have to go over it in several coats. I definitely see that now. Okay, it just takes more than one coat. I may have to get some more solution. It doesn't take very much solution at all. So I only poured out a little bit, but it looks like it's going to need a little more than what I poured out for it. Okay, it is definitely showing up now. I may just have to speed up this part of the video or maybe do some editing, because this might be pretty boring for people to sit and watch me paint plating solution on here for a long time. Oh, that's looking gorgeous. Is that showing up? So this was nickel, I believe, plated over copper. So it was silver colored. And now it is distinctly becoming gold colored because, well, it's 24 karat gold, so yes. Much different look for it. I cannot wait to see how this is going to look finished, especially when the frame around the stone right there is also gold. Okay, yes, that is definitely changing. Okay, so once I get this down to where I can do it a lot more efficiently, I think I may try plating the hardware. I think I mentioned this in the last video. I may try plating hardware on purses and accessories. I hope that's showing up, because in person it looks really, really nice. Okay. I'm doing that top frame last, because that's the part I want to see the most. So I'm just saving, I guess, the best for last. Can't get into that little tiny area right there where the ring attaches to the underside of the setting. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, I'm so excited with how this is turning out. I wish you could see it in person. So I put in the description of my last video, and I'll put it in this one too, the name of the company that I got this from. And they actually, they have a YouTube channel, and you can go look at their channel. I have not looked at their channel yet, but I've spent a lot of time on their website, which is GS Plating or Gold Solutions Plating. I'm surprised really at how fast this is. I know I was saying earlier, and I know in this video it probably seems like it's taking forever, but I really expected this to be a very long, very complicated process. And really, it's only the most complicated part of it is just remembering to follow all the steps and rinse the pieces before you put the next step on. I am really pleased with how this is turning out. Okay. Oh, I didn't do the inside of the band yet. And here I thought I was saving the top of the setting for last. Oh wait, I did do the inside of the band. I guess there was just part of it that didn't look like I wanted it to look. So I'll just go over that again. Okay, there we are. Yeah, I mostly really only wanted to learn this because I have lots of vermeil pieces that they're gorgeous, but then the plating starts to wear off and they don't look as nice as they did when the plating was new. So I thought I would really like to just be able to put that back on when it wears off. And that's really what originally sparked my interest in wanting to learn how to do this. But I can see this quickly becoming a hobby for me. Okay, gorgeous. So did I miss any places? I don't think so. It's just really hard to get it there in those little corners, like right in there. Because of the shape of the nib. Okay, did that help marginally? Okay, well, I'm going to call this one done for this step. And maybe try putting a little bit more on the bracelet. And I may even just offer these up for sale. If I do, I'll put a price on the end of the video. Okay. Well, it looks like both of these are ready to be rinsed, dried, and polished. So the clattering that I did in the last video, I did not do the polishing on screen because I'd forgotten to do that before I stopped the video. So I will show that in this video. First, let's reserve this gold plating. And then rinse the pieces. I'm doing this all in one take if I can, without any editing. Okay. And then time to clean. Let's see, I'll clean those afterwards. After I've turned off the camera, I will clean my instrument. Meanwhile, let me go get that polish. Okay, here's what I was talking about. There is this use to buff dull metal prior to plating. This product will remove gold plate. So there's this one. And then there is this, safe for use on gold plate. And I used that after the camera was cut off the last time. I used it on the, I keep wanting to say lotus ring because I really want to plate this lotus ring that I have, but I can't find it. The Claddagh, I just couldn't find my word. I used it to polish that, and it's in the other room where my husband is on a work meeting right now, so I can't show you that at the moment. Okay. I'm putting the polish on. There's not really any instructions for it, but polishes I've used before. You rub it on, and then you buff it, and then you rinse it and dry it. So those are the steps I'm going to follow here. Those are the steps I followed with the Claddagh ring, and it turned out nice. So you can see some parts that are not as gold as others, so maybe that's just where I was uneven in how I applied it. But it's on the underside of the setting, so that's not really going to affect the appearance of it from the top. Okay. And now a last rinse. And I'll dry these off. This bracelet looks 150% better than it did at the end of the last video. Look at that. And it was like a three-toned copper before. Like that's what it is underneath here. But how gorgeous. Look at that. In a relatively short amount of time. I mean, I know it probably seemed like it was taking forever while I was painting that stuff on. Okay, and this was a, this came, I don't remember really, I think it came in a Goodwill Blue Box quite some time ago. And it was all scratched up on the underside of the band, especially right there. And you could see all the copper coming through, and it just looked really bad and dinged up. But this lapis was just gorgeous and deserved a better setting, I think. I may find some stone polish and kind of polish up the stone too. But there's how this looks now. Is that gorgeous? Okay. Well, thank you for sitting with me through my plating, my second plating video. Hopefully there will be more to come after this, but I also have silver plating solution, so I may silver plate something in a later video. But I appreciate you joining me. If you liked the content, please click the like and subscribe. Or consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.